I have 3 boys.
Yeah.
And
that's a rowdy house.
Yeah.
I got 1.
You got 1?
And I'm still picking up everywhere.
Oh no, you know, and hey, my wife now she's in Mexico doing a thing, working, and I'm here.
Yeah.
And they're there by themselves for the first time.
Good luck
the
with
3 of them, yeah, they're all there. You know, and
Okay.
I called them this morning, and they're doing well. Yeah,
Okay.
they're walking the dog and feeding the
Yeah.
animals and taking care of their house and going to school by themselves.
No, I'm being funny. It is cool when your kids do stuff that you're like, oh, that's okay, I'm doing all right. Because you're doing all right. So I must have done all right.
Yeah.
You know? I love when you see that. You're like, I thought I was going to really screw this up, but you seem to be pretty great.
No, yeah. I'm a little like, I'm still like calling them all the time, right? Like,
is the house on fire?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. But I think they are okay.
We talked about this before, journalism dreams last
Yes,
time.
yes, last
which
time
I
I
love
was
that
here, yeah.
conversation. Did you have a job you didn't like?
Yes, because I worked as a journalist for a while. Okay, there was one thing that I...
Oh, I already love this story. From the okay. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, there's some tea. Okay.
There was one... Listen, you get to choose who you're going to interview here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah.
I was like one of those, for like some months, I was one of those reporters that had to cover like celebrities. Mm-hmm. So I had to go to places and interview them, like in like red carpets and things like that.
Yeah.
And some of them I was like very interested in listening to them and knowing what they were talking about. But some others, I really didn't care.
No, it is hard to be that kind of invested in something that maybe you're not that invested in or interested in. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the part of journalism that my story with journalism was very brief, actually. I worked, I did some police thing too, that I had to go to police stations to know, hey, what's going on here? How many people died? How many? I didn't I didn't like that either.
Yeah.
Because when I decided to study journalism, I thought that I was going to do something like, you know, like some change the world.
Incredible story.
do some kind of all the president's man kind of thing. Like discover some Watergate thing.
Yeah.
But no, it didn't.
Yeah.
That wasn't my path. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the secret agent. So the secret agent, it has a nod to Brazilian folklore.
Yes.
With the hairy leg.
Yes.
Okay.
So
explain.
Hairy leg. The hairy leg. Do Brazilians know what the Brazilians that are here know what the hairy leg is?
I think women just know it as like, hey, it's been a hard week.
It's just a leg. It's just a leg.
Yeah.
Just a leg that hops around kicking people. But the story is, and it's hairy.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the hairy leg was created during the dictatorship because the police would brutalize people like on the streets, but the journalists they couldn't tell that, and they couldn't write about that because it was a dictatorship. Everything was
so it's a sense
censored.
of code.
So they sort of invented, like instead of the police, they said, no, it wasn't the police, it was the hairy leg. The hairy leg did those despicable things.
Yeah.
But then people started to believe that there was a hairy leg kicking people around.
Yeah.
So at 6
You mean people
p.m.
say things that aren't true and then people believe them? That's crazy. Never heard of it. Such a great metaphor.
So at 6 p.m. people would close their windows and their doors because they were afraid of
the hairy leg.
Of the hairy leg.
Yeah. When really she just had a hard time, you know? She was having a hard time. She didn't want to shave.